now tuned into By Any Means, powered by the Upper Room. I'm the street consultant. I have my co-host, the Power Father himself, Mr. OC.
What's happening?
Now tuned in, episode 3 today. Special guest here in Tampa. We call him by 3 initials, DRC. But to the world, Mr. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, NFL veteran, Pro Bowler, played in Super Bowl. Pleasure to have you. Welcome.
Hey man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it being on, man.
Definitely. So definitely By Any Means podcast. So of course it's By Any Means. How you rose to necessarily fame, but success.
Yeah.
I know you had some troubles as a kid, some medical problems.
Yeah.
Where you want to start off at?
I mean, we can start from birth, you know.
Yes, sir.
Because that's a whole testament of my story. You know what I mean? Just never giving up and believing in yourself. You know, that's what I always tell people, man. Because no matter what, it's always gonna be an obstacle in your way.
Facts.
You can't go through life without trouble.
Yes,
so it's always gonna be there. You got to be mentally strong to just keep on pushing. You know, when I was born with a non-dysfunctional kidney, and from then they told me I wouldn't be able to play contact sports. You know, so,
contact sports.
yeah,
Period. So
period. I wasn't supposed to play sports. Period. But after a lot of begging and crying, you know, to my mama, like, man, could just
give me a chance.
Just give me a chance. That's it. And, you know what I'm saying? For the longest she fought it, but then, you know, they made like a special, you know, brace for me that I wear, like a little back brace, going around like a quarterback with real protector.
Okay.
You know, and I started playing and I was pretty good.
Yes, sir.
You know, growing up, and I just stuck with him. I never looked back. Even when I'm in this field, even when I was going through the draft process, so they saying, we don't know if we can get this guy one wrong hit, he can lose his life. So there was a lot of stuff on me that was trying to stop me from going, but I never let it stop me. Like, people like, how you play with one kid? I don't even think about it.
Yeah. Don't even phase you.
Yeah,
so then I want to go back to because you went to 3 high schools. I seen that. Four high schools. So I bring that up because I don't know if you know, but it's a thing. Nick Saban, where he's like he don't really kind of recruit high school kids that done went to multiple high schools. Yeah. Like how you know what I'm saying? You had to kind of take that. I know probably what was that, right? Was that something like you just was a playing time type of thing, or was it just
nah? I believe in sitting in whatever situation I'm in. But I know about opportunity, it gonna come. Facts. So I just wait on them, and I'm always be ready. But when I was younger, I lived with my mother. Because my dad, he was a college coach. He's been a college coach for over 20 years. So when I got in high school, she thought, my 8th grade year, she thought it would be best for me to move with him. He's a college coach. He's been around. She see that I'm pretty good in sports. He could teach me more. Yeah. So when I moved up there, I moved from Bradenton to Orlando. Orlando is a way bigger, you know what I mean, city. Yeah. So it was hard for me to get noticed. Like I played. Like I made the team and everything. I was good. I played a lot of special teams. Okay. My first 3 years. So I'm like, oh nah, this ain't. But my second year up there, my father switched me to a private school. Okay. And I was doing good then. I was balling there my 10th grade year, but they dropped their scholarship program. Wow. So I had to go back to public school. And then I went back to Edgewater. And that's where they
prominent Edgewater.
Yeah, Edgewater. I went to Lake Highland Prep my sophomore year, then went back to Edgewater. And when I got there, you know, we went to state that year. We already had our team. I still made the team, played special team. I wasn't playing offensive defense. Oh, okay. So I was like, nah, I can't do this, man. I know I can play. So I decided to move back to Bradenton my last year. Wow. Where I went to Lakewood Ranch. And 2-star athlete, 3-star athlete, basketball, football, track, you know, but our school was small, so I ain't have no, I wasn't getting recruited.
Like So how was that? Because me being a youth coach, and then I coach varsity, so like the 13, 14-year-olds, so and I kind of see them through their high school years and get to that. So of course I have some players that, you know what I'm saying, highly recruited, and some that's not. Like how is that process, and how did you, I guess, take it in being a young man? Like, cause I was never offered that opportunity. So like, how did you take like schools coming at you, even if it was just a couple of schools? Like,
I ain't had no schools.
Oh, no schools.
No, I ain't had no scholarship offers.
Wow.
None. I was guy like I say, our school wasn't good, so I ain't really get noticed. But I did lead the state in receiving yards and all that. We just weren't good, so I didn't have no exposure. But I made it to an All-Star game, and like I said, my dad was a college coach, so he knew guys. So his roommate, when he was coaching at Bethune-Cookman, the football coach, he was at Tennessee State as the defensive coordinator, linebacker coach. So he came to the All-Star game. He see me play. and I ain't even get in that game. You know, I was always just wait. But when I got in, the first play, the other team running back broke, and I went and got him from 20 yards. And the coach said, "Man, you can come play for me. I mean, you can't coach that kind of speed." Yeah. So man, when I went up to TSU, I had a chip on my shoulder. I went up there with the mindset of I'm gonna be so good they're gonna remember me because they've been sleeping on me for the longest.
That's what's up.
I wouldn't never. Did I want to go to a big school? Yeah. But I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, that's what's up. So I guess that my next question, because when I think the last name Cromartie, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Antonio Cromartie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A couple other ones. That didn't kind of even help neither. Kind of.
Yeah, that helped me in my draft. But for the long,
in the draft, okay.
Yeah, only in the draft. For the long, because I grew up on my mother's side. You know what I'm saying? I knew my father's side, but I didn't know the Cromarties like that. So through my junior year in college, I was just Dominique Rodgers.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And my father thought that, you know, I should take his last name. You know, so we had a discussion, and so I added the last name my senior year. You know, and then I started balling, and then everybody started putting two and two together. Like, oh, he was related. He's one of them Cromartie. Them guys are known to be athletic, this and that. Yeah. And Antonio reached out to me like, "What's up, little cuz? We got talking and stuff." Yeah. You know, but for the longest, you know, I was just Dominique Rodgers.
Wow! I never knew that. I thought always it was Cromartie.
So, in your opinion, who's the most talented?
It ain't even close. I ain't just saying that. I wouldn't even lie to you. It ain't even close. It ain't not faster. He may be a little stronger.
Yeah.
Just a little bigger. Jump higher and stuff like that.
Jumping high, okay.
If you that's how I got drafted. If you don't know my track story, I went out, made the track team in the OBC championships. I have 3 gold medals and a silver medal.
Wow.
Didn't even practice. I just went in and won the track meet by myself.
Wow.
Just got out there, fresh legs. Huh?
Fresh legs. That's up.
Wow, that's what's up.
Well, I wanted to ask because I heard you mention that you went to a HBCU. I went to a HBCU myself.
Yes, sir.
When you see what Coach Prime is doing down at Jackson, and all the other black coaches that are trying to change the narrative about HBCUs, how important do you think that is, or do you even think it's something like that is important?
I think it's very important because, man, at the end of the day, we have no exposure, man.
Right.
Like none. When I was visiting teams on during the draft process, man, it was hard for them to find film. It was like, man, y'all film is not good. We don't know if that's you or not, your numbers. So, man, not only is he gonna bring more exposure, he's gonna bring more money, and that's gonna tie into the program that could become better. Cause I'm not. We slept on. Yeah. Like we slept on a lot, man.
But then when you look at the history of the NFL, a lot of the greats have came from HBCUs.
Right.
So it's definitely I definitely can't wait for the change. I got a couple of boys that's 9 years old. I'm hoping the trend stays with it because I mean I was in the military and then I went to UF. So I already know it's totally different. Right. But I have family members that's rap, like my mother's side is nothing but rappers, FAMU. So like it's different over there, and they tell me the story. So that's what's up.
Yeah, it is, man. Like I tell people that in the locker room all the time. HBCU, bro, that's like a real family brotherhood. Like I see guys that went to Florida State. They see their dudes in the locker room. They say, "Oh, what's up, bro?" You see, why you with that? It's love, like the love, totally different. When you like, I always wanted to jersey swap. With nobody but when I get my scout report, I look to see who on HBCU. And before the game, I'm going straight. I'm passing all the big names. I'm going straight to HBCU.
Wow, that's what's up.
Anybody can tell you that. Well, you cut me, I bleed HBCU, man. Yeah, I love that.
We need more athletes like that, more professional athletes like that, no doubt. So, did you have anything else, Ken, before
Go ahead.
Okay, so you played, getting into your NFL, experience. You played with the Redskins.
Well, before you go to the experience, let me cut you off then. Because I think it's a crucial part that, like I said, me and OC, we coach youth sports. So, like I said, I know a couple kids at Ohio State right now that I haven't coached. So, like, what's the real behind the scenes process of the draft? Like, what's the because you hear stories, they asking you silly questions.
Yeah, they ask everything.
Like
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they truly want to know what kind of guy you are, man. You really got to keep your nose clean. Like they say, you live in like a fishbowl, man. That's true. And to guys that like me that don't really care about that stuff, it was hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? I live life. And I live life to the fullest. And I never forget, I was in interview with with the Patriots, and Belichick was like, "What kind of guy we get if we draft you first round? We give millions of dollars." You know me, I got to give you the political answer. I got to try to sound correct.
Yeah.
And boom, he pulled out a photo that I had on my Facebook. You know what I mean? I had the shirt off. Wild. I was just wild. And for a minute, I was like, I bounced back and like, you know, college, man, that shit fun years. You gonna live life, but man, when he pulled that picture, I'm like, oh man, I even got like
You thought it was a rap after that, huh?
like that. Yeah. And man, I'm talking about they ask you they know it.
So my ghost followers is probably somebody for the Patriots.
yeah, for real. So man, they gonna ask you everything.
Wow.
Everything.
If
if you did it, I promise you, they probably know about it.
So I mean, like, how many teams did you talk to during the draft?
I visited like 4 or 5 teams, and the sad thing about it, I ain't talked to Arizona during the draft process, through the combine, Senior Bowl, none of that.
And they the ones
They
drafted.
the ones drafted. Yeah.
But I hear that a lot. So is it like, well, I guess maybe you would or wouldn't know, but that they kind of like just, they want to keep their guy a secret.
Yeah, I have been a part of the process. They have a board. And if that guy goes off the board, they try to go to the next best thing that they think is available.
But I'm saying, like, even as far as like some draftees, like some teams won't say they'll kind of like hide you, won't say like or interview you or do anything, but know in the back of your mind, okay, if this man drop,
right? Oh yeah,
this our guy.
Yeah, I met with Tony Dungy and John Gruden. They were like, we just wanted to meet you. We know you're not gonna drop to us, but if you do, we sure gonna take you.
I guess, how is that though? Like, do you feel like that's kind of like I mean, not necessarily a waste of time, but like,
cause you get to visit the facilities, man. You get to see guys, you know, you get to see how they work out and stuff.
Okay.
You know, you get to get.
So it's not like just teams. A little go to their office.
Oh no. They do the whole thing.
Okay.
They let you chill, see the guys, work out, and do all that stuff. They let you see all that.
Okay, that's what's up.
All right. What do you? How would you describe, you know, that experience of hearing your name called on that night, man?
Yeah, I had all kinds of emotions because before they called me, I was mad because I went to the Senior Bowl, I went to the combine, I seen every corner. Like they'll tell you, like I looked them up and down, like I looked at everybody, and I'm like, man, I got to be the first corner chose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I just felt like
no brainer.
I was more athletic, I was more explosive, like. My pedal, bro, I really took that serious. Like most guys' games was a little different, but I really took the hips, and cause I got a chance to train with Darryl Green.
Okay.
And he taught me everything about feet.
Fire,
he said, your feet start off as puppies, and when they become dogs, you will know that you there. Okay. And, you know, and I train. So you know, I had the best numbers and stuff. So when the first corner took off the board at 11 to the Bills, Leotis McKelvin, I turned the TV off. I told I told everybody to get out the room. I'm like, man, I'm straight. They sleeping on me because I went to black college. I got one kid, so all that was going through my mind.
Okay.
Because I really thought I was going to number 6 at the Saints. Because right before, a few days before the draft, they came down, they bought their receivers, and we did one-on-ones with their quarterback and receiver. And then I was locking up. Man, they couldn't catch on me out there that day. I don't know. I was on, and so I'm like, I'm going number 6. So then that pick, man. Then the first corner pass, I cut the TV off, and then like 5 picks later, you know, I'm getting the call. Yeah. I told everybody, come back in. And like, but it's amazing, man, because you hear everything. You too small. You got one kid. You went to HBC. You don't play nobody. This, that, and third. So it all plays in your head. And then, but when you go through the process and it's all, you hear your name, man, it's like, you couldn't write that in the story if you wanted to, man.
That's what's up.
So I got a homeboy, right? His name is Marcus, man. Probably the biggest Redskins fan I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, let me get this disclaimer out there then. Because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Nobody cares.
I see you playing for the Ops. Yeah. Both Ops.
Yeah.
Giants and the Redskins.
And the Eagles.
And the Eagles.
So who? Well, let me start by asking. Okay, so when they did the name change, what was that whole process like? What was your mentality during that process? Was that a serious issue? Like, how serious of an issue for the players?
Some of that always been in my life. You know what I mean? He just was on the road recruiting. Like, he a good coach. He in the Florida Hall of Fame for basketball and coaching. You know what I mean? So it was a must. And then, you know, I'm grounded on being in that Bible. And it always said honor thy mother and thy father. So I never questioned it. But at first, you know what I mean, between the families, you know, it's like, nah, he a Rodgers, because that's what I grew up at. But everybody understood. I made everybody understand, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm still me. I'm still Dominique first before anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just want to, I guess I say clarify for the people that I don't think the name change was that serious to him because that wasn't even the name change I was talking about.
Yeah. No,
So when y'all went from the Redskins to the Command, he don't care. I ain't mad at it, man.
I was only there for a short period of time.
Okay.
So it really no best.
So you left before that started happening, or?
No, I was there the last year we was the Redskins.
Okay.
They just changed, but shoot, people was at our like when you know how camp and stuff, mini camp. So when they you have fans at those, man, they outside with the signs and stuff. But I just got there, so I wasn't really understanding. I wasn't paying no attention. I'm trying to make a team, but yeah, a lot of people were hot about that.
Wow.
A lot of people, cause they was at practice with it.
Wow. That's crazy.
There was, man, there was another question that I wanted to ask.
So out of all the teams that you played for, who was your favorite, maybe, and favorite coach?
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that's hard because I had a lot of good coaches, man.
Yeah.
From Andy Reid to Kim Wisenhunt to Billy Davis but the funniest. Okay, I'm gonna give you my three coach. The funniest coach, man. The funniest coach I had, man. He was from Compton or somewhere, man. Hey, this man was crazy, man. No, like he was trying any and everybody, man.
Yeah.
But my favorite coach gotta be either Tim Walton and and Coach Merritt because they did more than just coach. It was on the field and off the field, man. Like if Coach Walt felt something was off during the meeting, like of us guys, we wouldn't even do film. He'll come in and get in the word and just talk to us about life. Like he just talked to us about life. Like half the time we didn't even watch film on us, like cause we already knew he did a good job of making us understand the playbook and stuff like that. So we knew what we had to do. So when we get to that point, it's still like an hour left. He'll cut the film off and be like, man, what's up, guys? Just talk to me. Yeah. And not only that, he still keeping contact with me to this day.
Wow.
See, I always feel like when you on the team, everybody gonna be talking to each other. But when you leave during the off season, if nobody hit you up, it ain't real. Yeah. And Coach Walt still hit me to this day.
I feel like so I know you got a question.
Oh, you good.
So that goes to a question I have. Cause as a coach, I'm gonna keep it honest. Yeah. I have favorites that I keep in contact with, and then some that I don't. Do you feel like? Obviously there's favorites and
definitely. But that's just the way of the world, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna always have guys you take a clean to and like it to, and you might hit them up more. But that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I never got if a guy like if a coach show him more something. That's them. I never looked at another man like that.
Yeah,
it
never looked at
come always grind.
Yeah.
So I just let the chips fall where they fall.
That's what's up.
All right, so we talked about who your favorite coaches was. Who were your least favorite?
I ain't really got no least favorite coach. Like I mess with all of them, bro. I know.
Come on, man.
I'm real. I know how I was. I ain't gonna lie. I was the problem. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anybody tell you, they'll tell you I'm off the rocker, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You seen that one film of that one Georgia wide receiver slinging that Georgia Tech corner yet?
Not gonna happen.
You talking about the one that we just drafted?
I think so.
Yeah. He put that man. It ain't enough football players on the field gonna stop me. It ain't. That's not gonna happen. That's one thing that never happened in my whole career. I ain't even playing like that. People know
so
I be chilling.
Did you get into any scuffles in the NFL with some wide receivers and like
two? Torrey Holt, he was playing for the Steelers. You know what I mean?
Relax, man. Keep your hands off the Steelers, bro.
I'm
about to say, hold on. Oh, that's why I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, man. I'm a rookie, so I played through the whistle. So I hit him on the sideline, but I kind of like carried him out and slammed him. And Buddy got to hit me up with a two-piece. Boop, boop, boop. Like, it ain't real. I said that. Like, the dog just hit me. Yeah. You got a little stuff on the sideline. But anytime you play Steve Smith, man, they're going to be fight.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
That's my favorite receiver going against, bro. Because I know, you know what I mean, some games.
But how and then too, because I'm a DB pie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I play, that being, cause we about the same size. Steve Smith, he's short, small, and he good hips.
Yeah.
One of your worst matchups too?
Nah, no.
So you got the best
we went
of
to the
him?
Super Bowl. Yeah. I think I had him like 2-3 catches.
Oh, okay.
No, we go at it. But he make me play. He make me play
Up to your max, yeah.
up to my max. Like you go like that week there. I know I do a little more benching on the weights and all that. I know I'm finna have to get into it. Cause I remember the first game I played, I was a rookie. I didn't know, but he kept like pushing me out to play.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to get, cause everybody know I'm already out the rock. So I'm trying my best not to get a penalty, cause I'm finna go there.
I'm trying to hold off.
And Trey Rowe came to me, he was like, listen, J, I'm telling you, if you don't fight back, he finna mess with you the whole game.
And he gonna talk it.
Yep, and ever since then, I played I just go ahead and start it, cause I know he finna come.
He said, "I'm starting."
And then we just kind of like, during our end of the year, we just kind of had love for each other.
Yeah.
Some chill stuff.
Dog, no dog.
Yeah.
Dog see dog. That's what's up.
So who, when you got in the league, who was the first person to, as the kids say, head top you?
To Michael Finley. I never forget it. Yep. The go over my head.
Yeah.
To Michael Finley.
He big though. He big.
I
He like that tight
I
end.
never forget it. Like you just go. Like, you look through my whole career. You ain't just gonna throw the ball over my head or jump over my head. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
I never forget this day because my mama just told me, cause I'm a Florida boy.
Yeah.
So I love goals.
Okay.
So I just went and got all my goals in my mouth. And she told me, she said, do not wear them out there because she don't like gold teeth. So I'm coming out the tunnel, they introduce us, starting at right corner, number 29, I'm coming out the
Glee.
Man, they scored on me 3 times that game. I never won goals again. But it was Michael Finley got me twice, and Jordan Nelson hit me on the double. But it was preseason, but still, game there, I'm like, dog. But if you got to think about it, you got my mama. My first 6-7 weeks, I called home and told her I don't think the NFL for me.
No.
They were killing me. They weren't just scoring, but they were. Bro, I come from not giving up a touchdown pass in college. Like, I ain't used to people throwing at me. So when they would catching, I'm like, I'm there, but they catching the ball. Like, I'm there making a tackle. Soon as they catch it, I'm right there. That's why they used to call me Mr. On Your Hip, because I'm right there. You ain't just finna get by me like that.
You in great position.
I'm in great, but they kept catching. I'm like, man, I say, man, I don't know, these dudes either real or something.
He said they catching a little different up here, man.
They're a little different up here.
So that's what I was gonna ask you, because I know you picked off Aaron Rodgers, but you know he good for that back shoulder throw.
Yeah,
like he pinpoint. Like is the quarterbacks like that?
They like that. Cause me, I'm a bait and corner, so it appears open, but right when you did that wind up, I'm finna come
close it up. Yeah.
And they was getting it, cause even in practice with Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald, Equan Bolden, and Steve Braxton, like on their outs, I'm breaking. Well, in my head, I got this, and it just slightly get right in. I be like, what going on? But that made them. They actually made me better in practice.
I was gonna say that trio too. Like that was. I remember playing the game, and that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Braxton was so underrated.
Yeah, he was. But that my rookie year, all 3 of them had 1,000 yards.
Yeah. They were. That was crazy.
1,000 yards, man. That's crazy. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
So, going to get Larry Fitzgerald, every day in practice, like what? Because you know what I'm saying, you hear the story, he's a hard worker, demands a lot, great.
Yeah, every time, I used to be confused when I first got there. I'm like, man, why this man, so we doing one-on-one, he'll catch the ball, he'll run all the way down into the touchdown. Like, what is bro doing? Like, why he do that? But that's what he do, and he did it every day. Every time he caught a pass, he just keep on running. I'm like, man, bro, tripping, man. I ain't doing all that. But I wasn't a pro then. I ain't understand the game. I ain't understand that work ethic like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I worked, but he had work ethic. Yeah. But he was for real, man. He always told me, he said, you might be the athletic person I know, but that ain't gonna work all the time. And he the one taught me. That's when I started going over receivers' head. He said, man, the reason why I catch balls, I mean, I know how to body you. And then he said, I think about jumping before you even think about jumping. So that's why you see me in my career, somebody run a post, I be done jump before you even thought about jumping. Like, if you think the ball just finna land in your hands, I'm already on top of you. But he taught me that. He said, you got your mindset, you gotta go get that ball. You got the ability to jump and just go get it. And that's what I started doing.
That's what's up.
So what would you say, going, I guess just on a mentor type tip, how important or what is the importance of being coachable? Because I preach that to my team a lot, like be coachable. Don't think you know everything. Coach don't know everything either. So, I'm still learning myself. So can you speak on, just the importance of that a little bit and, how important being a good teammate is as well?
Yeah. That's very important, man. That was my biggest fault in my career. Like, people tell me, man, with that talent, how you been on 16? Because I cut you out in a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I got a story for every team. Yeah. And then they've been kicked off every team. I'm telling you, I done got into a fight with every coach. Anyone that I was coachable, I think coaches got to do a better job of getting to really know that player. And if you know me, you know that I'm passionate. Like I told you, I come from, anybody tell you, bro, I used to pay receivers when I was in the Giants on the scout team because I don't take nothing for granted. I used to pay you $500 if you catch a ball on me in practice because I wanted to go hard. Like, I ain't finna come out here and don't waste my time. So if I get caught on in the game, I go off. Like, I ain't saying I can't be caught on, I ain't saying that. It's just, I'm passionate about it. So when I come to the sideline, if I just gave up a touchdown,
I already know.
You can't talk to me right now. I don't care who you is. And I never understood that because for the longest, they let me get away with it. Because we were winning. And it's when we started losing, now they like, oh snap. Yeah, I see a little hot wire. It ain't hot. You just got to give me time to calm down because I'm going to go there. But I never had somebody on the team as a mentor to come to me and say, no, just calm down. Like, just listen. Now, I never had a mentor. Like, guys always looked at me first. I was young. So they always looked at me, and I wasn't that type of leader. I just play, I just play my game. I just play my game, play hard, and go home. I never really looked at it how they looked at it. I never really understood that. But I didn't have no mentor. Nobody told me. Like I hear from my dad, I hear a coach, but that's my dad. You know what I mean? I ain't really like, I'm listening, but I ain't listening.
Right.
So it's very important to be coachable, man, and just listen. Like, yes, I had a good career, but if I would have just been slow to anger and just listen, might have been way better off, man. Way better off.
The last question I wanted to ask, what's it like playing in the Super Bowl, man? What's that experience like?
I ain't gonna lie, it's electrifying, man. it is, man, because for them whole 2 weeks leading up to it, man, you get a lot of press, but it's just, you dream from it from childhood. You know what I mean? And then it's at night under the big lights. Super Bowl is just nothing else on TV. It's just like Monday night or Thursday night, but just everybody there. It ain't just your fans and their fans. It's everybody, because everybody in the league get 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. Like if you on a team, you get 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. Wow. So it's just everybody there. You know what I mean? So you playing in front of everybody you don't play against. It's electrifying, man. Like people I remember. You could be a one-hit wonder, make one play in the Super Bowl, you gonna be remembered forever. Forever, man. So.
Did you have one of those plays? Like, did you have a big play?
To this day, the last, when we played the Steelers.
Come on, man. Of course, man.
Last time John Madden.
Chill out,
the
man.
last time John Madden was a commentator. And I remember, Nate Washington it was in cover 4, and he took an inside release. If you take an inside release, it goes to the safety.
Correct.
But he ran slap past our safety. I think our safety was jumping her out, and I was supposed to be over top.
Now,
and I'm
who
looking at
that safety was?
That was Antrell Road. But we play a game though. If I look at him, like we play off each other. So when he went inside, I'm looking at Trail, but Trail looking at the number 2. See, if the number 2's up, you got to take number 2. So I got to stay on top of 1. But see, I'm not seeing number 2. Yeah. I'm just looking at him take the inside release. So in my head, I'm like, okay, he going to the safety. But now the safety got a responsibility too. If 2 disappear, then you come to 1, but you underneath. So no matter what, I got to be over top. Yeah. But I'm trying to jump something because that's just how
I'm trying to jump something.
So I realized, I said, oh, we're running. So I'm talking, he way down there, and I went and got him. And at the last minute, I dropped the pick, but I jumped over him, and just to hear John Madden say, yep, you can't teach that. That's why you have. And the stuff that he said, I still got that in. That's the only video I have in my phone. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't keep like jerseys and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of football. I want a fan like that. Like, I was just happy to play, man. I did it. And
but John Madden, that's something different.
Yeah, but that's the only clip. That's the only clip that I got. Like, hey, I remember that Super Bowl.
So did you meet him, John Madden?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how was that?
Man, it just, you be in wild moments. You
Yeah.
be like, wow, man, I'm talking to John. So that's how I was when I just got with the Cardinals. I'm looking at Kurt Warner. I know his story. Like, he's an underdog. Bro. I love underdogs. I'm like, I'm in practice with Kurt Warner. I got to pick him off, man. But even when I played,
So who was like I said? I know you got Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, of course some other name ones. But which one was your favorite?
Eli Manning.
Eli?
Yeah. No, and I played for the Giants. I love Giant Nation, but it's because I just had them broke this, so I had a cast on. And we in zero coverage, like real zero coverage. Man. So
pick one and stick
Dominique Hickson, he ran a corner, post, corner. And I could tell by his body language, he came off me, that ball was gonna be in the air. We running side to side for the touchdown. And I jumped over his head and pulled it out of his hand.
Let me get that.
That's my favorite interception of all time.
Let me get that. Okay.
That's my favorite interception of all time.
Anybody ever broke your ankles, man? Had you looking like a duck walk out there?
Yeah, in college. Yeah.
But you gonna get some real brothers though too.
In FAMU, I never forget. They threw a screen. I ran up. He went that way. I went. But you know who really did though? Like I'm telling, I pride myself. I like to be right here in my coverages.
Yeah.
But three. Remember Steven Johnson for the Bills?
Yeah.
The man ran a slant on me 3 times in a row and caught it. Like, cause
You was playing off
on
or
the
something?
same drive, and I'm pressed.
You press and he still got it off on
He
you?
got them, but I remember when I first got to Philly, they moved me to nickel, so I'm inside now. So now you got Miles.
But you hated that though.
Yeah, I did. Then, but I played in New York.
Okay.
I excelled at that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, man, I'm 6'3", I ain't finna be in here. But that was my role, so I had to adapt to it. But man, I'm glad they didn't throw the ball. But Miles Austin beat me on the goal line 2 plays in a row running a slant. I'm talking about they were so shifty. Boom, boom. Him, Victor Cruz, Steven Johnson, and Keenan Allen when he first got in. I used to hate when coach said, get up there and press him.
Like, nah, coach, I ain't know that today.
It's cool to go out there, come and run with you, but I'm not going to touch him.
I can't try to touch him.
I'm going to miss.
And I'm gone.
And they gone, I'm telling you. They gone. I remember Victor Cruz, it was 4th and 5. We did all that. I knew they was coming at me. Everything in my mind said, he finna run this slant.
Yeah.
Man, that man.
He still got it all.
I said, just stay in there. Nah, I wouldn't have got him.
Okay.
And then the next play, I picked it off.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so you made up for it.
I made up for it, but what did he get me? I was hot. I just told myself, he coming inside.
Yeah.
And he went inside.
So, I mean, anything else? Like I said, I'm youth coach. So, what would you give the youth a little token to put in their back pocket? Obviously, you know what I'm saying. The social media, stay clean. What other inside? Always work hard, grind. They gonna find you.
Yeah. But I always tell them, man, when you say that, work hard, grind, you got to truly do it. You know what I mean? Because you can ask anybody that went to college. 6 o'clock, you know where you going to catch me at? On the hills running. I ain't going to knock on nobody's door and grab you. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be at. If you come, you come. You don't, you don't. But I promise you, I'm going to be out there grinding. And that anybody can tell you that played with me at TSU. I ain't let nobody beat me to the water fountain. I ain't losing no sprints. You know what I mean? I should have took that to the league with me. So I had got complacent at one point. I'm like, oh, nah, this easy. I ain't worried about it. Now, once I had caught stride, I got complacent. I ain't forget, but I didn't do what most guys go to home all season, they training. Man, I'm in the off season playing flag football, pick up basketball, everything.
That's what I was
I'm doing all that. So I tell kids, man, be where your feet at. If you're going to be an athlete, be an athlete. You know what I mean? If you're going to go for it, go for it. You know what I mean? Yes, you're going to have time. Stuff going to come at you. You're going to knock you down, knock you back, but you got to keep going. I went to 4 different high schools, 1 kid, and I still, it's small school, and still went first round. And played long. I wasn't no bust. I played 12 years. I mean, I still could have played if I would have just took a lot of stuff serious. You know what I mean? I wasn't one of those guys where, like they say, man, looking at your numbers, 30 plus picks, 8 pick sixes. I done block kids, block field goals, win games, all kind of stuff. I done held people to 0 catches. Yeah. But you ain't mentioning me because I never really, they used to always say DRC Stanford don't really care. I never took the game serious enough to where I said, I want to be the best corner. that wasn't me. I just wanted to play football. And I knew by me just playing football, see my mindset always, it's going to get me. My mindset, I don't care what you put in front of me, bro, you just have to bring it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if I'd ever, but nobody ever told me, I always knew I was that good, but I didn't know I was that good. You know what I mean?
So I guess one of my last questions, because you said you didn't have a mentor in the NFL. What some ways that, you know what I'm saying, a young man come into the NFL that, you know what I'm saying, maybe he doesn't have that mentor on his team. I know now they probably got different things in place, but maybe he doesn't relate to them. Like what's some different things you think to try to help him with, you know what I'm saying, what he's going through? Because you can't call back home. The boys don't know what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like
you just got to find somebody on the team that you gel with, man, in that group. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, when I got to the Eagles, bro, I was so excited. Because Asante Selmy is my favorite corner of all time, by far. That's my favorite corner. And I'm playing with him. I wouldn't tell him that. Not when I was there. Man, it's me and you. I'm trying to come play.
Competing right now.
I'm competing right now. But man, just by he never knew, bro. Cause I tell you, everybody, I was always goofy the guy. Everybody want to see me come in the locker room. When I come in the locker room, everybody just get crunk. They know I'm gonna come in and dance and doing some crazy stuff. But whenever he spoke, man, he never knew, bro. I used to always be in awe, like just staring at him, like yeah.
It's really him. It's really him.
And I drop the ball again. Something, man, how you get something to pitch, man? Yeah. And he always tell me, say, man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
He was the king.
I watch film. I want to watch third down. And if you show it to me, I'm going. And that's how I always model my game. If I see it, I don't care what we in. I'm coming. Yeah. I'm going to leave a whole field just to go get that ball. And, man, but it worked for us. Yeah. But I just tell the kid, man, guys, like, don't come in being afraid. Like, I wasn't afraid to talk to him, but I wasn't just finna talk to him. I didn't want him to be like, man, just you want some stuff, like, you want some groups type. I ain't want him to feel like that, but you can't do that. You know, go and talk to the man.
Did you go through hazing? The new.
Yeah. Cause I had Darnell Dockett down. They dumb, man. Oh. They play too much, man. So they don't know. Bro. They doing camp. They think I be asleep. I be right on the edge of my bed, waiting.
Like, yeah, I caught you. I caught you, bro.
What was a good hazing moment for you?
Man, when you come in the room, you think your bed made up. Your bed be soaking wet, especially carrying all the pads. But at least they made my rookie dinner fun. Okay. Now I spent a lot of money, but at least I took everybody to Vegas and we just hung out. You know what I'm saying? I paid for all the sets and the food and stuff.
So did they run? They didn't run you up. It sounded like this DRC put that.
Oh yeah, they ran me up.
Put it on his tab.
They were like 30 something.
Ugh. Put it on the rug.
You was what, mid
16.
Yeah, so you have some.
Yeah, but I never forget. See, I always, cause from that day I was like, I ain't gonna never do that to nobody. so I'm in Philly. We had our guys, and we had me, something was going at this time. Dominique, man, we ain't had no like draft picks. Like I think Borkin went maybe third or fourth round. Man, he was ordering bottles for days. Man, they were so mad. I'm like, hey, bro, chill, bro, don't do it like that, bro. I don't think they got it right now, bro. But he was ordering it out there. Hey, man. I'll never forget that day. Them they were hot. They were hot.
I know I would be.
Dang, that's crazy. So then two, the business side. Yeah. So, like how was that? I know an agent handles a lot, but how did you maybe come across like who was your agent? How did you? My
dad did that whole process.
Your dad was your agent.
He was back from the business side. Him and my mom, they did everything.
Oh, okay. So you ain't really, they stayed your agent your whole career?
My whole career.
Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up.
It's good that you can trust your family like that. I know a lot of people, aren't able to trust their family.
You gonna have your hiccups now.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
so how would? I mean, maybe you see. I know you probably seen other guys and heard a story. Other guys with agents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How did you ever maybe think about getting another agent? Like, was it because you said you had your hiccups?
No, because I feel like I always believe the chips go fall where they fall. Like I never demanded no money, never demanded nothing.
Okay, that's what I was gonna get to.
I could have did that. I had the numbers, but I wasn't tripping. Right. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of pretty much whatever they put on the table.
Whatever you put on the table, I'm like, man, let's go. You know what I mean? A lot of people think I was crazy. But I'm listening to my agent when Denver offered me the $60 million. You know what I mean? It was loaded. It was loaded on the back end.
That's how.
So if you don't know about contracts, you probably ain't gonna never make your back end.
Nah.
So I'm like, I'd have been making $10 million a year, but I don't know. My agent said it wasn't a good deal, so I said no.
Yeah.
And so that's when I signed with the Giants, and I wasn't trying. I was never worried about money, cause.
Well, you wasn't really never, like you said, worried about trying to be the best.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I just wanted to play football. That's it.
Okay,
$60 million though, man. I know that. Was it hard to turn that down, man?
Nah, I mean, I ain't even. I'm telling you, I said, he was like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause I didn't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? My degree ain't in finance. I ain't.
Correct.
And then now. As I got out the game, I take classes and courses on it because you say you want to learn about your money. Because like you say, you be hearing agents steal $3, $4, $5 million from their clients and stuff.
Yes.
So now I educated myself on like my finance team. They got to meet with me once or twice a week and let me know like, man, what we doing. But it wasn't. It was. I was like $6. Like, well, you said ain't a good deal, ain't a good deal, and we just left it there. But they tried to make it seem like, oh, DRC think he's worth more than it was never that. You know, the league gonna put their spin on it anyway.
Right.
It was never that. It just my agent said it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I'm listening to him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
All right, and I guess I can close out with this one. You said 12 years in, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 12 years in. So what's life like after? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Confusing. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had got into coaching back. I went back to TSU during that COVID season. I coached. I was a DB special team coach a little bit, and it was fun. Man. I could really coach. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that technique. You know what I mean? I have my own technique, but I know pedal and I know how to break. I know how corners is getting from point A to point B and finding that ball. You ain't gotta run 4-2, 4-3. Long as you can get out that pedal. So man, we were doing good, man. Even the defense coach, the head coach, was like, man, I never seen my guys like play like that. You gotta break in and believe in it. So I do want to get coached, but I'm still young. You know what I mean? And like I say, when I came home during all season, I never left home. When I get done, I never left. So now I'm traveling and stuff, but it's confusing, man, because I still have that itch. Right. You know what I mean? That's why I'm always in the flag football tournament, pick up basketball. I'm in everything. I'm trying to start my own AAU team, 7-on-7 team, something, man, because just waking up, my whole life been a routine. So just waking up, I be like, man,
what's next?
What am I doing next? So that's why I got a schedule. I'm still on the schedule. Like every day I wake up, I go work out, I come back, take a nap, I get up, I'm either going, like every day I had like either a game. Like I'm in every rec league, men's league.
I got to keep yourself busy.
Yeah, going, man. Come, man. I'm routine. Right. I can't just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah. Nice.
You with youth football and stuff, like you ever thought about doing like, putting like a camp together or something like that? Or?
Oh yeah, I used to always do it, man. But COVID kind of knocked a lot of stuff down. Right. You know what I mean? So now with us just getting back in the well thing, you know what I mean? I'm always looking to do that. Cause I love teaching.
Say less, man. We gonna talk, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Well, yeah, you can. That's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else, man. All right, well, let the people know, where to find you on social media. Anything you got going on or anything?
Instagram, you can find me at Humble Crow 41. You know what I mean? Humble to be exact.
Humble to be exact.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
I never forget, man. I was in church. I told him I'm big on church, so I used to never miss a Sunday, man. So pastor, he called me out one Sunday. He said, man, y'all know what? We need the spirit like DRC, man. The man that come in here after catching 2-3 interceptions in the game and sitting here like ain't nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, man. So I always been humble, man. Any one of my friends, I never belittle nobody, make you feel like, you know what I mean? I'm just not starting to enjoy the fruits of my labor, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I always felt like, humility is one of the top 3 characteristics to have as a man. So I can respect that, man.
Great episode. Appreciate having you, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely loved it. Found out some things we didn't know, so I know y'all gonna enjoy it.
Facts.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
We out.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad y'all didn't get into no stories, boy.
I wanted to.
I'm telling you, boy.